everyone, I'm Literary Freak 11 and this is Enchantment and Evolution, where I talk about fantasy from a scientific perspective. And today I'm going to be talking about the book Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. I finished the book about a fortnight ago, and this is a fantasy universe, for those of you who don't know, where magic has disappeared for 11 years. The king of the land, Saran, hates magic and wants it destroyed. His daughter, Amari, steals a scroll that brings back magic for those who touch it, magic in their blood. She meets this girl in the market, Zelly, and she begs for her help as she runs away from her father's guards. Upon touching the scroll, Zelly gets her powers. She is part of a group called the Diviners, and they are people who were children before magic disappeared, and you don't get your magic till you're 13, which means that they never had powers in the first place. They realize that the scroll is a ritual to bring back magic to the land for good, so they embark on a quest to save it, along with Zelly's brother. There may be a slight spoiler here. Amari's brother, Inan, is pursuing them, and it turns out that he is also a Magi. He deals with self-loathing and suppresses his own powers. Now on to the theorizing. Magic is the life force of this universe, and suppressing its natural flow through your body is akin to starving yourself. It's harmful and painful. This is only true for magical people. If you are magical in this universe, your genetics are altered slightly so that your body feeds off of the flow of magic, and when you try to repress it, you starve. This is why Inan suffers when he tries to repress his powers. We don't get much of a chance to see what happens when the people are forced to live without their powers, except for one, Mama Agba. She seems to be able to functionally live without her magic, but when she gets it back, it's almost like she begins her life anew. She's touched by it, she feels close to it and connected to it, and the emotions that she feels getting it back are extremely strong because it's a part of her that was ripped away. Because the king, Saran, has gone and killed all of the other people who experienced magic after the magic was lost, there's no way for us to really know if her experience is unique or whether something bigger and worse would have happened, because there are non-magical people who function just fine in this universe. I think that if magic is present, then you almost need it, and your body craves it if you are magical. Now to discuss the source of magic. The Sky Mother is the primary deity, so she is the source, and in their creation story, the Sky Mother gives pieces of herself to the other gods, and they in turn give those skills or abilities to their human disciples. We see power diminishing down the chain, as in she has the most power, the gods have a little bit less than her, and the humans have less than them. This makes sense, for in nature we see that each transfer of energy means a loss of some energy. If we look at the food chain, we see that plants contain the most energy and are the most efficient at using and producing energy. As food, it has the most energy calorically. The next level up, the herbivore, experiences a tenfold reduction in energy when it becomes the prey. So we see that the plant, which is closest to the food source, has the most energy. So it makes sense for the source of power to have the most energy. This is the Sky Mother. And for everyone else to experience a reduction in power as it gets passed down. So if you look at the figure that I had up, it makes more sense than me just talking about it. Magic itself takes a toll on the user because the magic and the body work together, I think. The body supplies the energy and the calories, and the magic supplies the power. If either of these things are depleted, as in if someone uses too much magic or they run out of energy, if they're starved or if they're exhausted, the person will have to restore their energy and they probably won't be able to perform magic efficiently. For more information, see my video on entropy and magic linked in the card and in the description below. Essentially, the exchange of energy all checks out, and it follows, basic laws of nature. Finally, we get to genetics. The type of magic a person has is usually inherited from their mother. In our universe, we know that the expression of genes one receives from their father is more common than from their mother. In a study of mice, they found that 60% of dad's genes were more expressive than the mom's equivalent for those genes. And that study, cited by a website on epigenetics, is linked in the description below. So why then do Magi inherit their powers from their mother? I have two explanations, and the first goes back to epigenetics, or the way your genes are expressed. It is not which parent you get your genes from, but which gene. For example, you may be more likely to express your dad's skin color but your mother's eyes. Now, this may not be true. This is just an example. It could be that the type of magic that you have is a gene that is more expressive from your mother's side than your father. The second explanation, in this universe, the tendency towards gene expression is the opposite. After all, the Sky Mother created the world, so it's not unreasonable to think that she might have made women dominant and also their genetics dominant. Well, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, links to all my social media down in the description below. And also, what did you think of the book? I really enjoyed the book. I thought it was great storytelling, great world building. There was one part that was really cliche that made me cringe, but other than that, it was really good. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.